Hey everybody, this is Ben from Vanguard Vlogs coming at you with a Dragon World deck profile. Raise the flag, Dragon World. Start y'all off checking out my buddy, Drum Bunker Dragon. I run 4 copies in my deck and I have my buddy right here. Start things off with size 1s. I run 4 1,000 Rapier Dragons. Reason being is most monsters in Buddyfight have about 5,000 defense or less, and he just hits that perfectly. Next, 4 Bronze Shield Dragons. Reason being for this is he has 6,000 defense, and I know you're probably thinking, well, he only hits for 1 crit, he only has 2,000 attack. He's if you're in a bad situation, you just need to pop a monster right in the middle. It's hard to get past 6,000 defense, and they may have to link attack, which could save you in a bad situation. 4 Bear Trap Fang Dragons. He's just good all around, 4,000 attack, 2,000 defense. Better than Systemic Dagger Dragon, and he fits nicely in the size 1 area. Then 3 Spike Shoulder Dragons. Only 3 is because I want to make room for other cards in the deck. His effect call cost is pay 1 gauge. He's 3,000 attack, 2,000 defense, nothing spectacular, but check out that crit. 3, he's devastating if you have a direct attack. Now on to size 2, my buddy Drum Bunker Dragon. His call cost is pay 1 gauge. Put the top card of your deck into this monster's soul. He has Soul Guard, which means if this monster would leave the field, you may discard 1 soul to prevent it. It also prevents not only against battle, but most spells. Four copies of him. Then 3 copies of Rising Flare. Yeah, I was lucky and got all 3 hollow. The reason why he's good is there's a spell card called Dragonic Destroy. It's pay 2 gauge and it allows you to blow up one of your opponent's monsters. Well, look, pay 2 gauge. When this card enters the field, destroy an opponent's size 2 or less monster on the field. So it's good against size 2 or less only, but you get a monster as well. So that's pretty good. 5,000 attack, which is awesome. 4,000 defense, pretty good in my opinion. He'll stay pretty easily due to his medium defense, and he attacks very well due to his high attack. And I love this guy. He's one of my favorite cards, especially for size 2s. 4 of him, Steel Gauntlet Dragon. The thing that makes him so special is his defense. Look at that, 7,000 defense. Like I said, you're in a bad situation, put him in the middle. You don't have a weapon in the rear, put him in the middle. You know, they're going to have to link attack, or they're just going to sit there and stare at this Steel Gauntlet Dragon with 7,000 defense. Also, to add an offensive edge, I put in 2 Drum Bunker Dragon Barrier Breakers. Reason why only 2? Only 1,000 defense, kind of a heavy call cost, pay 2 gauge. And it does have Penetrate, which is very nice, because then you can penetrate and hit them for 3 crit, which is very nice. Won many games that way. But just 2. This deck mostly focuses on a balance of defense and offense, and he just doesn't have enough defense to really run tons of them. And especially if you're running against a Magic World deck where they can negate a call, so you call him, you pay the gauge, and then they get rid of him. It's just like, you just wasted 2 gauge, so you don't want too many gauge heavy cards in your deck. Now on to size 3. 2 Super Armor Dragon Buster Cannon Dragons. 2, pretty self-explanatory. The trial deck itself only comes with 2 size 3s, so I just followed that formula as well. Why would you run on one more? I don't know. pay 3 gauge, pretty costly. Put the top card of your deck into this monster's soul, so it has Soul Guard and double attack. Yet again, he's also an amazing card to put in the middle because he's hard to get rid of. Mediocre defense, 5,000, 7,000 attack though, not bad. But you know, put him in the middle, and he'll sit there for a while because of Soul Guard, or even put him on the sides, double attack, then attack with your weapon. Now let's move on to some item cards. 3 Steel Fist Draco Knuckles. Like I said, this deck is pretty gauge costly. So, this card, by paying 1 life, you can equip it. And when this card deals damage to your opponent, put the top card of your deck into the gauge. So if you hit him directly, then you can gauge 1. And it also has an act ability which allows you to pay a gauge and it gains 2,000 power. So you could pay that gauge, attack him directly, and then just recharge. Also, 3 Dragon Blade Drago Braves. It's a bit costly of effect. Pay 1 gauge, drop 1 from hand, but 5,000 attack, 3 crit. This card right here gives me my perfect row, and I'll explain that at the end of the video. Now moving on to impact. 3 Gargantua Punisher. Pay 4 gauge, and you may only cast this card if your opponent has 4 life or less, and neither of you have a monster in the center. And it's just deal 4 damage direct to your opponent. So it's very nice at the end of your attack phase to just pop this down. It's just an end game move right there. There's an alternate art one, and another shiny from the trial deck. Then onto some spells. 2 Destruction. It allows you to pop a card from your hand, discard it, and then you're able to destroy their weapon on their field, destroy an item on the field. So it's really good against Magic World, against that Gun Rod. It's really good against Danger World too, because they rely so heavily on their weapons to activate some of their spells. And then I absolutely love this card, 2 Day of the Dragons. This card, if you're in a terrible situation and you have just a weapon on your field, and they've got a full field of monsters, destroy all monsters on your opponent's field but for the rest of the turn, your monsters cannot attack. That doesn't mean your items or your weapons can't attack, and it's just pay 1 gauge. Sometimes they have a full field, but they'll be at like 2 or 3 life. Pop that full field, attack them with the weapon. You know, you got game. I play 3 Dragonic Grimoires. What makes this card so great is if you have a terrible hand and you're low in life, if you have 5 life or less, you can activate this card, discard your entire hand. And in the parentheses at the bottom, it says that even if you have no cards in hand, you can still activate this. And then you're able to draw 3 cards, so it's just a free draw 3 sometimes. Then, I also love this card as well. 4 Drago Energies. Somebody attacks you with a monster bigger than yours and you want to blow it up, you counter, you give plus 3,000 attack and defense to your monster. Or if they link attack you to try and get big to hit you, just pop this down, destroy one of the monsters that link attacked, and negate the attack essentially. It's a great counter spell, defense or offense, because you can use it on your turn when you're attacking to get past a monster bigger than you. Then 4 Dragon Breaths. Simple, just pay 1 gauge and destroy a monster with 4,000 or less power. Not super great against Danger World, but it's great against Dragon World, so Dragon on Dragon, and it's great against Magic World as well, because a lot of the monsters have low power. Then I run 4 Blue Dragon Shields and 2 Green Dragon Shields. Why not the other way around? Why not 3 and 3? charge heavy deck. I'd much rather negate an attack and be able to charge. You may only cast this during an attack on your opponent's turn, and if you have no monster in the center, nullify the attack and put the top card of your deck into your gauge. Nullify the attack and gain 1 life. It's okay to gain some life. Alright, now I'm gonna explain like my perfect setup for this deck. Offense and defense wise. This in the middle, this on the side, and this right here. Got 4 gauge, let's say. 3 direct, 3 direct, 3 direct. They're down to 9. Impact them. I mean, this deck is great offense-wise. It's also great defense-wise. I can show you that as well. Steel, bronze shield. I mean, it's gonna be a link attack on both of these, pretty much, to get rid of them. They try to link attack to destroy one of them. Drago energy them. Pretty simple. And Drum Bunker Dragon, the size 2, he's a great attacker because he's got 3 crit, 5,000 attack, 5,000 defense, but he's also got Soul Guard, so he's great in the middle, just like that grade 3 Super Cannon Buster Dragon. Great defense, great offense, perfect for all you Dragon World lovers. Peace out.